Hello, my name's Jenny Luscombe and I'm a facilitator of healing and a very passionate advocate for self-healing. Today I'm going to be doing another session in parts work, and the person that I'm doing this session for prefers to remain anonymous, so she's not going to be appearing on camera. But this is an attempt for me to get this process out into the world, to normalize parts work and to demonstrate that this is a process that you can do yourself. And I firmly believe that this is a profound process for your consciousness, and that if everybody knew that they had access to the immense, massive change that this process can bring in your life, in your external reality, in your relationships, in your work, it's huge. And I thank all the people that have agreed to do this with me. So it's a very simple process, mechanically, what to do with parts work. It's about working with opposing aspects of yourself. So, for example, some people have a pattern where they feel like I'm just not good enough, but they also feel like I'm just too much. Those are limiting beliefs that affect your life that are coming from different aspects of you. So one might come from a child aspect of you, one might come from a slightly older aspect of you. They're both valid. If we keep these opposing parts of consciousness active, then in our life we are accelerating and we are putting the brakes on at the same time. So it causes freeze, and it causes things like self-sabotage and procrastination and indecision and addiction and self-hatred. Lots of very painful things can manifest as a result of having opposing parts of consciousness. So as I'm demonstrating today, with parts work, you enable yourself to express both sides of those consciousnesses, but you go all in to that side without that one interfering. Express that side, and then go all in to the other side. Express that side without the other one participating. Because in life, if you have the two opposing parts of consciousness, you end up flip, 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 going from one to the other, and you never get anywhere because you never fully hear that one and you never fully hear that one. So when you fully hear both, your body, your subconscious mind has to let go of those limiting beliefs to some degree. And then you can keep coming back to the process with those parts, however they appear to you now after having done that process. So each time you come back from a different frequency. This is something that we can all learn to do ourselves. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you to the lady that has volunteered for this. She's doing this as an act of service for humanity. She wants people to see how effective this is too. So thank you for listening and thank you for watching. Hello, my name's Jenny Luscombe and I'm a facilitator of healing and a very passionate advocate for self-healing. So I've got another willing candidate and volunteer today. I've got Aurora with me today, and she's going to help me demonstrate the parts work process. So I've been doing this with a few people recently because it is a process that is extremely powerful, and I see huge shifts and changes in people's lives and in their emotional, mental, and physical health when they take this process on as a practice. So this is something that you can use at home. It comes from a therapy called internal family systems. And parts work is something that we use when it feels like in our consciousness, we've got one part of us going that way and another part of us going the other way. So you quite often hear when someone's consciousness is split, they'll say things like, I'm feeling torn, or literally one part of me wants to go this way, one part of me wants to go that way. So this is a process where we can work with our consciousness to align parts of us that seem to be opposing. So often there's a belief system that has come from two different places in your history, probably different ages. And that means that a belief system was set up maybe when you were 6 years old, and then a belief system when you were older, maybe 12 years old. And they're both valid. You've got two versions of you that are stuck in some kind of lack of resolution. But both of those belief systems are valid because of something that happened to you that remains unprocessed. So with Aurora today, we're working on a sense of visibility. So the sense of I want to be seen and approved of on the one side, and on the other side, I don't want to be seen and disapproved of. So if you've got these two beliefs happening at the same time, it's causing in your consciousness like a kind of acceleration and a braking at the same time. So when you have these two belief systems that are opposing, it keeps you stuck. So this process is really good for procrastination and self-sabotage and indecision and addiction and things like that. So we're just going to get started. I'm doing these videos for the purposes of education because I want everybody to know about parts work. I want to show it in a step-by-step way where you can use the template that you're seeing and you can work on your opposing parts of consciousness. For example, a lot of people have, I'm not good enough, but on the other hand, they'll have, I'm too much. So if you're not good enough and you're too much, you're kind of walking this tightrope walk through life where you're never going to get it right. So how this process works is that we honor both sides of the consciousness because we quite often get stuck on a pendulum swing from one side of the consciousness to the other because both aspects are trying to be healed by your subconscious mind, and your subconscious is trying to hear this one and it's also trying to hear this one because they're both true in the body. They're not both true in objective reality. They're true according to your subconscious mind and your body. So it's like a tape recorder on a loop over here, and it's a tape recorder on a loop over here. The body and the mind and the spirit just want acknowledgement. So how we do this process is we're going to take on both sides of the consciousness as if that was the totality. So Aurora is going to go into one side of things and express that part of consciousness from the totality of that belief system without the other one interfering. And then we might do some tapping and tap through what came out of that. And then we're also going to put that one in a state of relaxation and then come over to the other side of consciousness and hear that side of consciousness in its totality. So there's no right or wrong way to do this. So you can paint your aspects of consciousness, you can write, you can journal, you can film yourself on your phone. Whatever the form of self-expression is that comes up is going to help you align your parts, and it will alleviate anything like stuckness, procrastination, self-sabotage. It's a process that you can keep coming back to over and over again. So that was a bit of a long explanation, but we'll get started now. So hello, Aurora. Thank you for volunteering.
Hello.
So I tend to like to start this process on the dark side. So it just makes sense that if you start on the more negative belief, that you end on a high note, and it just seems to work for consciousness as well. So what we're going to do before we start, because we want to have some sort of subjective form of measurement, I want you to imagine your two parts in front of you. So you've got two auroras. They might both be sitting on a chair in front of you in your mind's eye. So this is, you've got license to be as creative as you like and to just allow yourself to receive the information. So it's not you doing it. It's your body and your mind communicating with you and helping you surface what you need to see and feel. So you might have strong emotions during this. I recommend
Yeah.
tapping as we go through it so that that
Yeah.
will help bring your cortisol down and move you through the emotion. So let's measure them. So let's just have a look at them. So sometimes people will see one aspect of their consciousness really differently to the other. And you might see it, you might hear it, you might sense it, you might just feel that in a sentient way. So just receive what they're both looking like right now before we start the process.
Yeah,
Do,
I can see them.
do they seem quite different to you?
Yeah, like very different. Very
Okay.
different.
Okay. What does the one seem like that doesn't want to be seen and disapproved of?
She's like sat up in a chair with her knees up, but then she looked like she was curled up in a ball after that, just shivering. It's like really don't want to be looked at, really scared to be seen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So just imagine sort of taking a photograph of her vibe, like a multi-dimensional photograph. That's your starting point. And then have a look at the other one. I want to be seen and approved of. How does she look to you?
I saw her sitting on a chair as well, but kind of like a really open posture, like arms, like one arm on the back of the chair, arms kind of splayed open. Like you can see her heart, basically her chest. She's wearing a long red dress. Um, and she just has a really like open, confident body language. And she's kind of like a bit alluring.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we've got the alluring version of you in her dress, this open posture. And we've got this knees up, curled up in a ball, shivering, scared to be seen. So it's quite a dramatic and obvious difference. So at the moment, does it seem to you like these two aspects of you, does it seem like they're aware of each other? And you might not know the answer to this.
It seems like the more like outgoing, glamorous one version is aware of the curled up, um, scared version, but the curled up, scared version is not aware of the kind of glamorous, alluring one.
Okay, yeah. So that's something to remember as well, because this suggests the split, if you see what I mean. Like the whole aim of this is for your parts to align,
Yeah,
and that might not happen in this exercise. You might need to do this a few times, but any expression of the part is going to start to move you in that direction. There's usually a change, which is quite dramatic by the end of one session. So we'll see how that goes.
yeah,
So she's aware of the other version, but the knees up, scared, shivering version, she's not aware of the more alluring side of things.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Okay.
Pardon me.
All right. So at the end, we're going to check in with them as well, like how you're perceiving them.
Yeah,
And we're going to ask them, are you aware of each other? And then if they are, we're going to ask them, do you understand each other? So
yeah,
sometimes people's inner children or inner adults or inner parts, they really are in resistance to the other. And that's why we're doing
yeah,
this. And so
yeah,
we're not going to try and fix or change any of your parts. We're just going to surface any judgment or anything, anger, like it can all just be there. We're just allowing it to just all be there, and we're watching it kind of like it's unfolding on a cinema screen kind of thing. And I know that you particularly are very tuned into the subconscious and the way it communicates metaphorically anyway. So
yeah.
I think this will work really nicely for you.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do is let's start with the part I don't want to be seen and disapproved of. So let's imagine the other one, I want to be seen and approved of. We're just going to let her rest. We don't really want her to participate at this point. They might bleed through. but we're going to try and keep them separate because that enables for more targeted kind of self-expression. So if she wants to, the one that she wants to be seen and approved of, if she wants to listen in, she can, but she's not going to participate. So we're going to take on this side of you. I don't want to be seen and disapproved of. We're going to take her on as if you were a method actor. So you're just dealing with her. We're going to try not to deal with any other parts apart from her because we want to hear her in her full glory and enable her self-expression to the max. So imagine that you're literally stepping into her body, into her vibe. She's got these knees up. She's scared. She's not aware of the other version. She's curled up in a ball. So if you want to, you can express her as I, or you can express her as she, whichever feels the most comfortable. So I'll leave you to it. I'm just going to make notes on how you express her.
Well,
So,
she told me her name is Velocity.
okay.
I thought it was kind of funny considering she's curled up in a ball, not moving.
Yeah. Okay. Her name is Velocity. That kind of makes me think of how the universe gives us the opposite of what we are. That's what we're working through in life. Okay, what does she have to say?
She says, I want to be left alone. I don't want to be seen by the world. She says, just tell Jenny I'm not here.
Yeah, that's interesting. Tell her that she's allowed to be invisible.
Allowed to
She's
be invisible.
she's not doing anything wrong.
She says, I just want to run away and hide all the time. Because it's not safe to be out in the world.
Yeah,
And she says, art making makes me feel scared because it's just not going to be good enough. She says, I want to do it, but I can't because I'm really frozen.
Yeah,
She says,
yeah.
I want to perform, I want to be on a stage, but I can't because I'm frozen.
Yeah,
She says, I'm scared, it's too painful to be up there.
yeah,
She says, I want to curl up and stay inside of myself and stay inside of myself.
yeah,
It feels too scary outside in the world. Someone might hurt me. It's been wrong to be attractive in the past. Being attractive is wrong. Being seen is wrong.
yeah,
I can't be healthy because I'll get raped. I'll get hurt again. I
yeah,
can't be healthy because being healthy will make me creative, which will land me in trouble again.
yeah,
I want to use my body to perform and to be sexual. I want to entertain others and look beautiful and create art that makes my heart sing. And make sure I'm seen and heard in the world. But this isn't safe for me to do. My inner child wants to run away to a safe place. She says, I want to be a monarch butterfly and fly away to Mexico.
wow. Those are
I
the
want
blue
to be
ones, aren't they?
bright. I think they're orange. I think they're
Oh, are
bright.
they?
He says, I want to be bright and beautiful where no one can see me. My home is not with others, it's alone, alone in a forest. where nothing can hurt me. There's only the animals, and they love me. I have everything I need there.
Oh,
I
well,
want to
thank
be
you.
seen because I'll be abused and hurt. Cosmetics is not going to get me anywhere, but I long to wear makeup. I want to be a beautiful angel, but the demons want to kill me. It's not safe. I could be a showgirl, but it's not safe. I want to be seen. Please let me be seen, but it's not safe. I'm scared. I want to be seen. I'm just hurt. I'm so hurt, and it's not safe to be healthy and well. It's not safe to go outside my home. I've got to cross the street to the side of the street where there are no men. They can't notice me or I'll be in danger. It's just like my father. He was scared of being seen too. He was scared for different reasons. His mother was tortured. She was raped. She was hurt. She was abused. She was a prisoner. He hurt her by running away. He didn't want to come to this country. He was seen and he was brown. And people didn't like that. He never knew he had a skin color before he came to this country. He was taken away from his success and his studies and his love and everything he was good at. He wanted to be seen, but he couldn't be seen. He was in too much pain. He was murdered as a child inside. His spirit, everything he saw and experienced in the dictatorship. It was too painful to be seen again. He could be attacked, he could be hurt, he could be killed, he could be tortured. He and others could be in danger. He didn't let my mother be a beautiful butterfly in her beautiful turquoise skirt. She wanted to be seen too and express herself and have the friends she wanted to have and wear the clothes she wanted to have, but we all couldn't be seen. It wasn't safe to be seen. At school, it wasn't safe to be seen. I was brown and skinny and wearing second-hand clothes. And I wasn't wanted and I wasn't liked and I had learning difficulties. And everything around me was wrong. And I came from a broken home. And it wasn't safe to be seen in Italy and Rome as a small child either. There was sexual abuse and neglect. And my parents were so damaged from the military dictatorship, they couldn't see each other. And they wanted to see the versions of us that they thought we should be, but not the versions of us that we actually were, me and my siblings. I wanted to be sexy and beautiful and a teenager. I wanted to be a child and run out in the streets. Playtime was different from my siblings and I. People saw our poverty or took advantage of us because we were sensitive and different and more educated. than people in our neighborhood, even though we were poor too. We were different. We were spiritual. And that wasn't right. And it wasn't right at nursery either, that my skin was brown, or at primary school. People called me a packy. People made fun of my poor clothes or my secondhand clothes. People made fun of my body. I couldn't help being skinny. I ate a lot. People made fun of my body later too as an adult. They always put me down for being naturally thin, but I couldn't help it. They always put me down for the way I looked in some way or another, or for the way I spoke, or for my accent, or for enunciating, when I was beautiful or when I was ugly, or when I was smart or when I was stupid, or when I was drunk or when I was sober, when I was safe, when I wasn't. Nothing I did or was seen to do was right very often to anyone. And even when I was seen to need help, I wasn't helped. I needed to be something different. And I also needed to be myself. But I wasn't allowed to be myself. And I couldn't be something different either. I was stuck. And when my dad saw me with bright red hair one day, he said that I was showing like the darkness of my soul. And that's why I did it. And I was abused so many times sexually by men, taken advantage of, raped, abused by others outside of my family as a small child, neglected. And I don't trust myself to be out in the world, to be seen, because I don't feel capable of anything. I don't feel good enough. I don't feel like I could have an inner genius or talent or skills that I could express or do or be or have. I feel I might end up poor and homeless on the streets. I just want to be seen, but it's not safe. I want to hide under this cover instead and curl up in a ball. I'm not safe to be seen because I'm like the others. I'm not good enough. We're all not good enough because it's painful. I don't know why that is. The message is just from society that I should hide. There's something to be ashamed of. And shame is not worth bringing out into the public. My shame is what holds me back in life. I'm ashamed to even breathe. Please help me out of here. I want to be seen, but I'm in a cage. It's of my own making, but others made it too first. I want to be a free bird or a wild wolf. I don't know how to open the cage door. Let the cage door open. I've been seen before and it's cost me my life. Death is only a step away. I want to be seen, but it's been taken from me. I could be seen, but it would cost me my life again.
Does she feel a certain age to you, or does she feel kind of timeless?
She says she feels both 5 and timeless.
What's her main emotion?
She says fear and panic. She's going to be killed. She's locked in a room and it's dark. She needs a torch. She says it's brighter out there. She knows, but she's scared of the light too. Because the people that come from the light hurt her. She's aware of me.
She's aware. That's a good sign in terms of your alignment, like your consciousness. She's aware of you, because sometimes that's not a thing with the parts. It's like they're separate from you entirely, if you see what I mean. But she obviously isn't. Um, she's she's had so much to say, and like I'm so moved to hear that story and those aspects. How are you feeling having expressed all of that and helping and enabling her to do that?
I feel kind of strange and exposed, but I also feel like a bit lightened, like it's a bit freeing. And I was surprised that well, that she, Aurora, like said so much.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just surprising.
Yeah, it was like it was a purging. It was like a proper purge. It was just like, it's almost like you were sort of like reading it. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just flowing out. So
Yeah.
yeah, often people are surprised how much is in there for sure. How is she, if you kind of like think about when you were checking in with these parts at the beginning and she had her knees up, um, she was curled up in a ball, like you remember how she looked and how she seemed and how she felt. Does she still look like that now? So if you kind of tune into how you're perceiving her, and it doesn't matter if she is, it's just curiosity how she's appearing to you.
She's crying now. She's kind of sat up, curled up in a chair, crying. She peeked at me for a moment.
Yeah,
She
she's
looks
crying.
like an adult me, maybe in my 20s.
Did she look like an adult you at the beginning?
Yeah, yeah, she did.
Mm. So the crying is a really good sign. You're seeing her crying. Can you feel that? Can you feel her crying? Or does
Very
it seem,
faintly. So
mm,
I can sort of connect a bit, but it's hard to.
yeah. Would you be open to tapping through some of that?
Yeah.
Or we don't have to do all of it. I think rather than tap through all the points, let's stay on one point. So if you just tap on either your collarbone or your thymus point in the center there,
Yeah.
or the side of your hand, we're just going to do some repeat after me to sort of get that moving even more, particularly as you're perceiving her crying. This part of your consciousness is having a natural release. And so this can kind of enhance that. So just repeat after me. She doesn't want to be noticed.
She doesn't want to be noticed.
She's scared of being exposed.
She's scared of being exposed.
She has regrets about publicly sharing.
She has regrets about publicly sharing.
And she avoids those people that heard.
And she avoids those people that heard.
And her father didn't want to be noticed.
And her father didn't want to be noticed.
He was afraid to be seen.
He was afraid to be seen.
And she's curled up in a ball.
And she's curled up in a ball.
Shivering, scared to be seen.
Shivering, scared to be seen.
Her name is Velocity.
Her name is Velocity.
She wants to be left alone.
She wants to be left alone.
She just wants to not be here.
She just wants to not be here.
She just wants to run away and hide all the time.
She just wants to run away and hide all the time.
It's not safe for her to be out in the world.
It's not safe for her to be out in the world.
Her art making doesn't feel good enough.
Her art making doesn't feel good enough.
Makes her feel scared.
It makes her feel scared.
Even though she wants to do it.
Even though she wants to do it.
She wants to perform.
She wants to perform.
She wants to be on stage.
She wants to be on stage.
But she's scared. It's too painful to be up there.
But she's scared. It's too painful to be up there.
She wants to stay inside of herself.
She wants to stay inside of herself.
Someone might hurt her.
Someone might hurt her.
She can't be healthy because she'll get raped.
She can't be healthy because she'll get raped.
She'll be in trouble again.
She'll be in trouble again.
And she just wants to look beautiful.
And she just wants to look beautiful.
She just wants to be sexual.
She just wants to be sexual.
She wants to create.
She wants to create.
She wants her heart to sing.
She wants her heart to sing.
And she just isn't safe.
And she just isn't safe.
She just wants to run away to a safe place.
She just wants to run away to a safe place.
Thank you for showing me.
Thank you for showing me.
She's helping me and I'm helping her.
She's helping me and I'm helping her.
She wants to be bright and beautiful when no one's looking.
She wants to be bright and beautiful when no one's looking.
Her home is not with other people.
Her home is not with other people.
It's in the forest.
It's in the forest.
Where she has everything that she needs.
Where she has everything that she needs.
People saw her poverty.
People saw her poverty.
They were indifferent.
They were indifferent.
Indifferent to her pain and her difference.
Indifferent to her pain and her difference.
And her brown skin.
And her brown skin.
And her father was scared for loads of reasons.
And her father was scared for loads of reasons.
People didn't like him.
People didn't like him.
Because of how he looked.
Because of how he looked.
There was torture.
There was torture.
And imprisonment.
And imprisonment.
For his mother.
For his mother.
These women in my ancestral line.
These women in my ancestral line.
This version of me is carrying that.
This version of me is carrying that.
And she's finding it hard.
And she's finding it hard.
Everything around her feels wrong.
Everything around her feels wrong.
It makes sense that she's not safe to be seen.
It makes sense that she's not safe to be seen.
It makes sense that she feels that death is only a step away.
It makes sense that she feels that death is only a step away.
I'm letting her be like this.
from letting her be like this.
I'm letting her be like this.
I'm letting her be like this.
It makes sense that she's like this.
It makes sense that she's like this.
And I'm here with her.
And I'm here with her.
And I'm allowing it all to express.
And I'm allowing it all to express.
And it's valid, everything that she said.
And it's valid, everything that she said.
I can hear her.
I can hear her.
I can feel her.
I can feel her.
I can see her.
I can see her.
I can honor her the way she is.
I can honor her the way she is.
It makes sense, all the ways that she feels.
It makes sense, all the ways that she feels.
I'm not going to fix or change her.
I'm not going to fix or change her.
I want her to be free.
I want her to be free.
I want her to be free to express.
I want her to be free to express.
Just have a couple of deep breaths. So just try to get the measure of her now. You've done a lot of expressing and you've also tapped through a lot of that as well. You've enabled her to have a voice and to be witnessed and honored by a lot of people, actually. For somebody who has kept all of that inside, that's quite something. How does she perceive, sorry, how do you perceive her now?
She's like got her feet, she's still sat down on a chair, and she's got her feet on the ground and like her hands on her head, and she's just like looking down, I think kind of like in shame. I don't know if there's anything else there.
Hmm. Okay.
She said shame, anger, afraid, scared.
Yeah.
She said, I want to hide still, but it's looking like you want me to come out. This is really hard for me. I want to do
Yeah.
it, but I can't.
How about you have a conversation with her? Does it feel like you could step into her reality and commune with her?
Yeah, because I like asked her like why, and she said she knows like fortune is on the other side, like being seen, but and she knows she wants that fortune,
Mm.
but she's afraid to be seen.
Yeah. So she feels like you want to get her out of there. She's
Yeah,
feeling that. Yeah.
she
And she's,
wants to be cuddled and hugged, and that no one will harm her.
yeah. So what I want you to do is I want you to give her a hug or hold her hand or whatever feels like the form of connection that would make sense to you and help her know that you're her from the future and that you've come all the way back to help her with her feelings. It's kind of like a time travel exercise. And for your body, this is real. This is the closest that we've got to time travel because when your body tuned into your inner child experiences a shift in how she was dealt with, basically, that is real in your body. It's real. It's the same as when you're asleep in bed and you're dreaming about falling off the edge of a cliff. You're not really falling off the edge of a cliff, but your body thinks you are. So if your body thinks you are, your body thinks. So this is why these therapies work. So hold her hand, give her a hug, give her the love that she needs.
I
If
held
she,
her, and she said she wanted touch, safe touch. She didn't feel that she could receive safe touch from a man, but she'd be willing to have a hug from a friend like me.
yeah, yeah. So let her have that. And then be really mindful. How is she receiving that? How is she receiving that affection and care?
Oh, she said she wanted to like burrow into my hug like a squirrel kind of hiding in its den.
Yeah. Yeah. Give her as long as she needs. Imagine that you could just, you've stepped into like a timeless, like a time capsule almost, that you could just literally stay there for hours with her and give her what she needs. So imagine, like, in your mind's eye, imagine taking a photograph again of this vibe, the connection between you. Because in your own time, you can go back to this space and you can nurture her
Yeah.
in any ways that make sense. And you can be as creative as you like. You could literally teleport her to a different place. You could put her on the stage. You could you could go to Wembley Stadium and you could ask your higher power to fill the stadium with just people that have a healthy polarity to you, people who are not going to judge you, people that are kind and interested and attuned to you. And you can just be as creative as you like. Put her on the stage, give her the microphone so that she can perform and that she can give and she can express in a safe way. Now, you can create that in your imagination. You might come up against objections or resistance, and that's okay because those objections and resistance are the way.
Yeah.
So, any blocks that come up when you're doing this kind of work, like when you just said she's looking down in shame, you know,
Yeah.
that that feeling of I've pushed myself away or I've fallen beneath my own expectations. That's what shame is. I am someone
Yeah.
wrong. That's appeared in this session. So that's the key. That's the way. And if you think about shame, shame is like one of the emotions that's right at the bottom of the emotional scale. And if you have that, that's always a really good place to focus. And the way to do that is to allow it to be there, because in the allowing for it to be there, allowing her to have reacted to life in this way because it just made sense and she needed to allow that old story to be there. Just allow it to be there because it won't need to keep going round and round on a loop if you acknowledge it, if you sit with her, if you let that feeling in your body of that emotion engulf you. That's alchemy. And this is not you pushing it away, it's you just being in something so that you can see it,
Yeah.
so you can heal it. Just being aware of it is already healing it. So it feels like, this part needs to move through processes with you. Um, and you can do that in whatever way kind of makes sense to you. How does it feel like she's feeling now that she's receiving this attunement and this care?
Um, she wanted her head to be stroked, kind of like it made me think of how my mum used to stroke my head when I was a child.
Mm,
And it seemed like she felt like just a little bit, just the tiniest bit more at ease, kind of.
yeah, yeah. So imagine like you could use a bit of quantum healing here. You could set up the energy of that. So the energy of the feeling of having your head stroked by mum, like the energy of that kind of like pure focus and attention and like loving eyes on you, that focused love. Imagine just ordering that from the universe, right? I'm having that. Yes, please. And then just imagine receiving that all day. I'm just going to receive that frequency all day, all week, all year, because I deserve it. And I wonder what that looks like. I wonder how that feels to have that building momentum in my energy system. Just imagine that you set that frequency up, that your spirit team are helping you. So these are the kind of things that you can do.
Yeah.
Um, does it feel to you like this part of you, would she like to stay with you? Would she like to go back to where you first found her?
She'd like to go to a new place, somewhere a bit more comfortable. I'm not sure where that is.
Yeah. Where would you take her? Where would be comfortable for her?
She said she wants to like be in a tree. She wants to be just like a little squirrel with a mum squirrel.
Yeah. Yeah. So let her be in the tree and you be in the tree with her. What makes sense to her? Like, what does she need right now in this moment, given what she's expressed and
She wants
given that
to
she's
not be
receiving?
abandoned, to stay at home with her mum.
Hmm. So let her know that she can have whatever she asks for and that she's not alone anymore and that you're with her. You've connected with her. You're helping to meet her needs now. She's not on her own. She's got you. And just explain to her that you're not abandoning her. You're going to keep coming back and you're going to keep coming back in a supporting role. So you're supporting her and she's actually supporting you without even trying. What does it feel like she needs now from you?
Love and compassion and no judgment and just being here.
Mm,
She wants me to look at her with wondrous eyes, like she's the most beautiful thing in the world.
mm, mm.
She said she wants to feel safe with me and hide in my bosom.
So just do that with her. Give her the wondrous eyes. Do that in a really, really genuine and focused way right now. And feel that connection. Feel her looking into your eyes, sending that message. And then just notice what your body does.
It's hard for me to like see that version of me like that, but like a part of me is like seeing my younger sister instead for some reason.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
easy to access, but I want to see this
yeah,
part of myself too.
yeah. So just notice that. Notice that. So there's a connection craving here. Like she's craving this. I need to be looked at with these wondrous eyes. You know, I need to receive and feel that love and compassion, and I need to have the evidence in that gaze that that's what I want. That's what I'm looking for. But then see your sisters come up. So there's a clue there. This is kind of like showing you I might need to look at that. I wonder why that's, it's just wondering. I wonder why that's come up because, I can't help you with that. That's for you to sort of go into
Yeah.
at maybe a later time. But yeah, the fact that it's hard for you to see these versions of you.
I think it's
Um,
19-year-old self that I see now.
yeah, yeah. So we need to finish on this side. So if we
Yeah.
kind of tie up loose ends here with letting her know that you're not going anywhere. You're now available. So imagine sending her availability.
She
And
was
that,
just like limp and dead, almost just hanging in my arms. And as soon as I said that, she like opened her eyes wide and like smiled and just kind of almost the upper part of her body sort of leapt up towards me and just like hugged me.
wow. Okay, so availability is a huge key here. So she's been struggling with this emotional unavailability, like nothing works, no one's helping, no one's seeing me. So now she knows that you're available. Something significant has shifted. So if you could give her availability, so imagine this as an energy from the universe, right? And imagine it as limitless, infinite, this infinite energy. What color would availability be?
Gold was the first thought that came into my mind.
Beautiful. So we'll just do a color flush to finish, okay? So let her know she's learning, and so are you. and you're not finished. She might have felt like she's finished, like this is the end story, you know. She's in process. Let her know this is ongoing. She hasn't been abandoned. She's been doing a lot of work for the universe, and so have you. And actually, you know, people say God isn't finished, and that's why we're in this mess. It's us finishing it. So, give her this availability. So just imagine this golden energy coming in through the top of your head and the top of her head. And it might be a light or a mist or a liquid, kind of like honey, gloopy. Imagine this coming in through the top of your head into your crown chakra, and it's filling up your head and your face and your brain, and it's moving down your neck and her neck, across your shoulders into your arms, past your elbows into your hands and fingers, all the way down your spine, all the way down her spine, the back of your body, filling up the front of your body, all your internal organs, all the way down through your hips, into your legs, past your knees, down into your ankles, into your feet. And imagine that you're literally grounding that to the earth. The earth is able to feel this frequency now because of you and her. The earth is receiving this golden energy of availability. On some level today, you've become available to yourself in a way that you never have before because of the way she jumped up and was like, that's the thing that I'm looking for.
I've got this thought now that she was kind of like, you know, in Peter Pan, he has a shadow. She was kind of my shadow. And as
Mm.
we finished that last bit of filling up with gold, she like kind of wanted to stand, but she couldn't really. She needed my help to stand. Like she's still a bit corpse-like, but you know, the fact that she even wanted to stand and that she
Yeah.
wanted to stand was like interesting to me.
Mm. Mm.
Those.
Beautiful. Okay, so imagine that this golden frequency of availability just keeps moving through you, and it's just a process that's been set up and it's just going to keep running until it's done. And she's receiving that too. So we're going to go to talk to the other part of consciousness. So would she like to stay with you for now? Would she like to stay in the forest? Would she like to go back home? Where would she like to go?
She wants to curl up in a tree next to Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel that apparently are her parents.
Yeah,
I don't know.
let her, let her do it. How grounding. So that this aspect of consciousness, it doesn't get much more grounded than being in a tree with the animals. And you know, as you know, I am a huge tree fan.
Yeah, yeah.
So just you know, tell her I'll be back. You know, have a good rest. And thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being yourself unapologetically. I've loved being with you. Just thank her for her service to you. And tell her that you're available and you're excited to come back and see her. You are actually investing in her, nurturing her, moving towards her. You can't wait to get back to her. Now, that's not the energy that she's been used to, but let her have it. Let her taste that. So we're going to just imagine moving away from her now, and we're going to let her rest. She can listen into the other side of consciousness if she wants, but she doesn't have to. She might not be aware of it, and that's okay. All right. How are you feeling? The central character.
Um, I don't know. It's a strange process, but it's a good one.
Yeah,
I
it's a shamanic journey in
feel
itself.
this little squirrel me just like looking down, watching me from a tree.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Okay.
very strange.
All right. So let's leave her to it. So
And
what
I
we're going
think
to
I
do,
feel a bit nervous. Sorry, I've tuned into how I was feeling. There were a few points where I was quite numb, and other points where I was starting to like feel a bit. I think I just feel nervous.
yeah, no, that's okay. Just let the feelings be there and notice them because they're coming up to be just to be felt and processed. Brilliant. So we'll leave her there for a bit. So now we're going to address the part of you that wants to be seen and approved of. So this is the opposite of where we were. And she was looking like she had an open posture
Yeah.
and one arm was on the back of the chair. Like, does she still look like that to you?
She kind of looks a bit like witchy, like she's still wearing the dress, but she's like leaning up against like a lamppost at nighttime, almost like a Narnian lamppost. But she also looks a bit seductive. She told me her name is Hannah Honey.
Say that again. Anna,
Hannah Honey,
Hannah Honey.
two H's, HH.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
that's about.
All right. So let's just let her go for it. So imagine just sort of shaking off the other part of consciousness and
She says that's a
resetting
witch
yourself.
name, and she's here to claim herself.
Nice.
Sorry, she's just interesting.
She's here to claim herself. I'm loving this energy. Okay. So imagine stepping into this energy as if she was the totality of you and just enable her to speak and express whatever it is that she would like to say.
She said it's a little bit scary because something is trying to stop her from being her. She said she could be this saucy minx in the night that, is very powerful and just wants to do good and has a good heart, but like something is stopping her.
Mm, mm.
She wants to perform and sing and dance and play and make art and make love and be free as the moonshine. She wants to knock on the door of life and open it. And when the daytime comes, when the dawn comes, that's her awakening. And she wants to be free, 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 she says. She says, I've come here with a purpose, but it has to unravel naturally. I've come here with a wand. I'm very magical. I've got everything you need, but you can't see me. I want to make wondrous things happen in the world, and I can. Please trust me. I want you to trust me so much. I want to do good things. Play with yourself and let yourself make the art that you want to make. You don't know what it is yet, but you can. I feel a million miles away from you, and you won't let me in. I've got this door, and you could knock and share space with me. I want to fly free. Please allow it. This is your destiny, to let me in. Please let me be seen. It's such a good thing for you. I have high hopes for you. I want you to know that you can do your best. I asked her who she's talking to, and she says she's talking to small me, watching her from the tree. She can see little squirrel me watching her from the tree.
That's perfect. They're aware of each other. They're aware of each other. It's perfect.
She says, Hannah Honey says she wants to be a dazzling and bright, beautiful light in the world. She said, I could be seen in the most glorious way that would not get you harmed, but you won't trust me yet. Things need to be different for you somehow. I want you to trust me. Come on, I'll leave some seeds. Is there anything I could do to make you love me? I want to be loved so much, but in a healthy way. Health is my future, but I need to be loved first, and I need to be seen. Being seen is provocative, and that's got me in trouble before. I need to be a sensual, beautiful woman, young and radiant and out in the world, and collapse this shame and pain. Far out in the distance is the future, but right here is your destiny. Being seen is not loathsome, it's strong and powerful. You can have power that's strong and beautiful and doesn't hurt. You can melt into it, ooze into the sensuality, and it's fine and it's safe. What more can you want from life? I can give you everything. Being seen is valuable. It's where the light is, where the gold is. There's nothing wrong with light. It's beautiful. Don't be ashamed of light. So often you cower from your own light. I want you to know that it's freedom to be your light. You can be a beautiful butterfly. Please sing with me. I want to be dazzling and radiant for all to see, but mostly for me. Me, me, me. I have gold, and it's dazzling from the divine. This is just the beginning. Something greater is happening, and it's sizzling up from your roots. There's freedom on the horizon. Grab it with both hands and fly. Why do you try to escape the now? Be here. I want you to be here with me because I have something to give you. Being seen as earth and soil is where the seeds are, where growth is. And it's your future, it's your destiny, and it's not easy, but you'll love it. It's performative and it's sanctity. It's creaminess and delicious. It's so well-meaning. To be seen is not to be captured, but to be free. To be noticed is okay. You'll live in harmony. Slide into it. Just slide into it with me. I feel this harmony coming on. Come with me, Aurora. Venture to the sea with me and be reborn like Aphrodite. It's time to take your place in this world, take up space. Zeus will not harm you. No one will. Come, little sprite. The sea is frothing and it's time to get in. So be light and airy and move with the wind. I've come here to take you. The spell is yours. You must be seen. The time is now. You have gifts to give, though you do not see them yet. I've come, please, please take notice of me. Help me to come out. Help me to be free. But if you don't feel worthy, I can't do it alone. I need your help. I'm here and we're in this together. I want to be free. Help me.
How about that door? The door,
Yeah.
the door of life. Because she said she wants to knock on the door of life and to open it. And how about you help her?
Okay. Not sure how.
Yeah, well, that's okay. You don't have to know how. So if that feeling's come up, how, that's okay. Um, you could literally sit in the feeling of how. I don't know how, because even though that isn't an emotion, it doesn't have a label.
About trust is the message I'm getting. Like, trust is needed.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, that's the feeling I'm getting as well. Yeah. Could you imagine, so stepping in like you did, and you might already be in there with her, step in so that you can be together and that she can see you and sense you. Is she happy to connect with you?
Well, I was getting this thought like the key that would go in the door would be that it's like big old rusty key, but it's made of the material of trust.
Mm,
I'm telling little squirrel me that it's made of the material of trust.
right. It's interesting how she's involved in this because your parts are aligning here without you even trying,
Yeah.
which is perfect. But then this version could see her anyway, couldn't she? She could see
Yeah.
this part of you. Yeah. Does it seem like, because I think it is naturally aligning
I
in
think that
some
little
way.
me wants to like watch as she opens the door and be like, oh, what's it gonna be like? It's like the unknown. Just like, I'll peek
That
before you do it so you can let me see what it's like first before I
that's perfect. That's so perfect because she wasn't aware of this part, and now she's not only is she aware, she wants to participate. So I think let her, if she wants to watch, let her. Does she want to move forward? I mean, you could invite her, but she doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to do. Does she want to come and join you?
I think she just wants to watch from the tree and see, like, when I open the door, what's on the other side. It's kind of like what's on the other side of a portal almost.
Yeah, no, that's bang on. That's brilliant. Okay, so let her watch. She doesn't have to come close. We want her to be in control. We want her to move at her own speed in her own way. So
She's like, oh, like Hannah Honey just didn't give an F. She just like opened the door, just like bam, whatever. She just did it. She didn't even think about it. It's like very like almost Aries energy, like the spring, spring energy, like bam, just opening up into this beautiful world of spring. And it's gorgeous. And little squirrel me just like jumped down from the tree onto her shoulder and then ran to hide inside her hair.
wow.
So the door's open and they haven't gone through, but it's there. And Hannah Honey just doesn't seem to give an F. She's just like, yeah, door's
He's
open.
like, it's time.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Whereas little me is hiding under my hair, little squirrel me.
Yeah, perfect. What feels like needs to be done now?
I don't know. I don't know which part am I asking just me, or like a
Yeah, because
part?
it has become slightly confusing, I guess, because they're aligning naturally. But like if this happens, it's a good idea to go with it. Um, does the this glamorous part of you that wants to be seen, does she want you, the central character, to go through the door with her?
She says, no, I want you to wait a minute while we decide what to do together.
Mm. Does it feel like you're all in conference together, the three of you?
She says she can't go without the little squirrel's permission
Mm.
because she has a squirrel in her hair.
Yeah.
Mm. I'm asking her, what do you want to say if you didn't have a squirrel in your hair? She said she'd probably just go through and find a nice place and sit somewhere and eat something nice and enjoy all her senses, eat something delicious.
Mm.
And I'm going to ask the squirrel what they would squirrel me. Little squirrel me says she would wait and watch from the door for a bit and see if it's safe, see what Hannah Honey does. And if it looks like she's having a good time, she might like hope that she like comes back to get her, but she wouldn't want to go by
Mm.
herself.
Mm.
She's too
Yeah.
scared.
Let her hang out by the door.
And I
Let her.
asked this Mimi one, and Mimi says, I'm just curious what's going to happen. Feels so weird. I'm speaking third person.
So this is so beautiful how it's unfolding. Do you think that you could take this journey on yourself and kind of like continue it? Because I don't want to, it's almost like I don't want to stop the session because it's so productive. Like it's like progressively they're encouraging each other. It
Yeah.
feels like, which is so perfect for parts work.
I think I did it probably, I'd probably like book a session with you because um I don't know, some part of me is still too scared to do it alone. It must be the squirrel part of me.
Yeah, no, that's so valid. I
Um
mean, I'm constantly making these videos, trying to encourage people to do it
yeah.
themselves, but there are certain times where you need the facilitation, you need to have the reflection, and you need to have someone else asking questions. But
I think I'm in a very curious place about it. Like I wonder where I'll be inside myself in like a couple of weeks or something.
mm,
Um but it also feels like, you know, when you leave it a cliffhanger, I probably shouldn't just leave it forever or anything.
Well, like
Yeah.
I've got a good way to kind of finish it off for now. So what I want you to do is just where they are now, like however wherever they are in the story, just notice how they're looking, because you started the session and you remember exactly how they looked, what they were presenting with, how they felt. Now they're not split anymore. They're not fully aligned yet, but they're on the way. And what you're doing in a very spontaneous and beautiful way is you're working with the metaphor, you're working with your subconscious mind, you're working with the magic that is real,
Yeah.
realism. You know, this is what being realistic actually is. The world's upside down. So, yeah, like she's hanging around at the door and she can see through this door into life, like life itself. And the
Yeah.
other one is just like she's just charging forward. She's charging forward, and then the very, very reluctant part of you, which isn't very, very reluctant at all anymore, is
Yeah.
curious. And I can't tell you how important curiosity is for this kind of work, because
Yeah.
if you think about that energetically, it's a open, forward. It's the opposite of resistance. So can you see how you were in massive resistance and
Yeah.
now you're in the opposite of resistance? So like this is quite profound.
Yeah. And I've seen that I'm like sat outside a restaurant and it's a beautiful day and I'm like eating spaghetti, which might not mean anything to anyone else, but I'm gluten intolerant and I used to love eating pasta. So that's like, to
Wow.
me, it's really interesting because that seems like really
Yeah,
healing.
it's like the intolerances are falling away.
And like the little squirrel me just like ran through the door, but it didn't run to Hannah Honey, it ran into another tree in the other world. So it's another
Yeah,
layer to watch
yeah,
from
yeah,
there. Like, oh, you're eating this
yeah,
delicious, saucy
yeah,
spaghetti that you're slurping out.
yeah. Wow, that's profound. So just before we finish, will you just ask them,
Yeah.
would they like to connect in some way? Would it feel right for them to hold hands or to have a hug, or like they don't have to, like she doesn't have to go through the door, they don't have to go in the same direction at the moment, but would they like to make a connection before they continue? And they don't have to.
Well, again, Hannah Honey, she seems to be respecting little squirrel me. And she says she can't until little squirrel me like wants it.
And
Little
does she?
squirrel me says no, she can't, but
Yeah.
maybe in the future.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And they're both aware that they're in a process.
Hannah Honey says, yeah, duh, I'm in the process of life, silly Billy.
Yeah.
Um, little squirrel me, what do you have to say? She says, yes, I think so. I'm not sure. She's a bit more nervous, I guess.
Perfect. Well, just send them both love. Send them both love from you, the central character, and take a photograph of where you all are and just send goodwill around for all of you, because the massive progress has been made here, like huge. And it's a journey that you can continue by yourself or another time.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that they're respecting each other, because sometimes the parts are angry with each other and then they'll treat each other badly and
Oh, right. Wow.
swear at each other and fold their arms and move away. And that, like, none of that's wrong or bad. It just is a reflection of
Yeah.
emotion that's going on, like self-hatred or something like that. But your parts have actually been very considerate, and it's just worked really beautifully. So, yeah, let's let's stop now. just have like a couple of deep breaths and just imagine opening your eyes if you've got your eyes closed. How are you feeling at the end of that?
I feel warm. My body feels warm, and I feel a bit scared, and I feel like open as well, like this opening feeling.
Yeah, yeah,
I also feel like something could change, but like I've got to give it time. I
yeah,
can't be patient,
yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
like
So
open to it.
yeah, so
I
you
think
you
I'm
might
scared to get this.
you might feel an emotional release after this today or that for the
Yeah,
next few days. I would recommend drinking lots of water.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, well done. And thank you so much for showing everybody your amazing creativity and openness. And it's been a really beautiful example of how to use quantum healing as well, you know, which is basically just healing with the imagination.
Oh,
Like you're a perfect example of how to go with it. You know, some people will get thoughts and images and it might seem a bit silly or whatever, and then they'll feel embarrassed and not say it. But you go in the direction of that, and you need to because it's your consciousness talking to you. So thank you for showing everybody that.
thank you.
Um, Perfect. I'll stop the recording now. Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. That was a profound example of how to go with your imagination and how to work metaphorically with the subconscious mind. I can't tell you how much progress she made there. And this is a client that I know well, and we've never used that process before. So I think we'll definitely be using that process again. It was magical and miraculous. So if anybody would like any further information about self-healing or would like to book any sessions with me or are interested in my self-healing course, then please feel free to contact me on JennyLuscombeEFT.co.uk. And it would really help me to help others if you could share this with someone that you think it could help, or subscribe, like, and comment. All of those things I'd be very grateful for to help me build my channel. Thank you, everybody.